So here in this video, we'll make this lamp using 3D printing. And to make it happen, I'll use Fusion software. Now, Fusion is my go-to software for 3D modeling and 3D prints as well. And for modeling this lamp, I selected Fusion as it just makes entire process very easy. Use the link given in the description and get 30% off on 1-year subscription of Autodesk Fusion. So let's start with the 3D modeling part of this lamp. Alright, so let's start with the sketch tool. I'm going to start with the top plate on which the holder fixture will rest. So here I have the first circle and the second one. Now add the dimension. Well, I'll type D, and here I'll add the dimension of 30, and this one is 22. Well, we are adding it here on the same sketch, so it should be 22. Okay, so there we are. So 22 and 30. Now let's extrude this. So finish sketch, click on extrude, add this area here, and the distance should be 2 mm. So press enter and we have that plate. Let's go to sketch again, and this time I'll select the front plane. So here you can select this, or maybe right plane. So right plane, and now I'll go to spline and we'll add the spline. So I'll start randomly here. I'm not going to be very precise here with this, but we will constrain it later using dimensions. For now, let's now generate the outline of this lamp. So a general outline, and also I'm going to use at least 4 control points just to ensure that the shape can be modified properly afterwards. So with that completely set here, let's just move it slightly here like this. Okay, and this looks about right. All right, here we are. So that's the general outline of our lamp. Now we can constrain this point. So let's type D. From this point to this, I'm going to add the distance of 15 because the entire diameter was 30. So obviously this should be 15. Now let's go to offset, and I'll offset this spline on this direction, of course, and I don't want to make it very thick because we want the light to pass through this material. So we'll just ensure that the diameter is just 1 mm, and of course I'll add the negative side just to ensure that it's made on this side of the drawing. So done. Now we need to merge it here, and as this is an offset, we cannot just use it directly. So rather than using it directly, I can use line or maybe spline. I'll just use line to keep the shape, well, simple. So here, and then I'll just connect it with this. Okay, there we are. Now this is completely closed, and I'm going to do the same thing for the other side here, right about here. So I'll select line and I'll just make it like this here. So this is also done. Now we have a completely closed shape. We can revolve it. So let's try that. Finish the sketch, go to revolve. The shape is already selected. For the axis, I'll select this axis right here. And here's the shape. Select join just to join the top plate with this part and click OK. And we have this first outline generated properly. Now before we add details, I do want to ensure that this part remains sturdy enough to hold the entire weight of this lamp. And to do that, maybe I'll just add fillets here. As you can see, this is exactly here at the corner, which is not the best place to be. So let's just make a slight modification here. I'll go to the original feature, this extrude feature, and I'll just edit this. And rather than adding 2 mm, I'll add minus 2 mm distance. Now this is going to only reverse the direction. And with that, we now have this shape which is completely merging here. Now we don't have that gap, we can add a fillet. So let's go to fillet and add this one, and let's try a fillet of, I guess, 4 or 3 mm is just about right. So let's just type maybe 3 mm. So 3, and just click OK, and we have it added. Now if I orbit this, it looks perfect. Okay, so we have that shape done. Let's add the design features at the top. So maybe let's just select back, sketch, here's the plane, and we are ready to add the design features. Once again, spline is the tool that we'll use for this. So I'll go to spline and let's start about here. Okay, that's about right. And here I'll just move it up a little, and down here and here, and finally somewhere around here it should finish. Just click OK and we are done. Okay, let's modify its shape as well. Now based on the shape, the light will pass through this lamp. So the higher the density, smaller will be the intensity of the light. So here, maybe rather than doing it like this, I'll just ensure that it is added like this. So at this area where we have this higher density, less light will pass through, and then here more light will pass. Okay, so once again, just a general shape, and now let's trace this as well, this outline. To do that, I'll go to create, project, and project this shape here. All right, click OK and we are done. Now to extract this edge, I'll go to create, project include, and I'll select this spun profile. That's going to extract the profile of this lamp. So select the lamp, and here in the axis, I'll just select this axis right about here. Add a little bit of tolerance. In this case, I'm just using the default tolerance value, and click OK. And here it is. The profile is extracted. So with that, let's now constrain it. So I'll just move it like this, add a line connecting this with this, and I'll make sure that this line is horizontal. Okay, done. What next? Well, we just need to do the same thing about here. So let's go to line, select this and this. All right, so we are done. This is already horizontal, so we don't need to make any modification here. The only thing that you may want to do is add a little bit of fillet just to make sure that this remains smooth. We can do it right about here. So I'll go to fillet, select this edge, move it inside, and this seems just good enough. So I'll press enter, and yeah, there we are. Now if you want to add a fillet maybe on this side, that's also fine, but I'll leave it like this. Or maybe add a fillet here's for a very small edge. Yeah, that just looks about good. So yeah, that's good. Okay, so that's done. Now finish the sketch and extrude this feature. So I'll just select this, and the extruded length is 1 unit. Now the current feature selected is cut. I'll just make sure that this is new body because we want to make multiple copies of this new body. So well, that's how it should be. And in fact, you know what, it should be 2 mm. So 2 and click OK, and we have this shape here. Now we need to make multiple patterns of this. To make the pattern, go to create, pattern, and circular pattern. Now select this fin, select the axis, and select this axis right about here. And here it is. Now by default it's adding 32 objects, but I think we can do it better. Maybe add 48 just to add more density to this, and click OK. And here we are. Here is the general outline complete. So that's the interior, and these are the fins that we've added. Now the lamp is ready, and we can directly go and just 3D print it. But if you want to add more features, you're welcome to do that as well. In this case, I'll just save it first, and I'll call it lamp. All right. And now let's go to utilities and see how much material it's going to consume and how long it's going to take to 3D print this. Now in this manufacturing section, we have a problem. Well, if I select print utility, and if I select an object, you'll notice that everything is separate. So we just need to combine it all into one before we can actually send it to our 3D printer. So let's cancel it out, and I'll go to solid, and I'll select this combine feature. Now I'll start with the base shape, which is this lamp. And then for the tool bodies, I'll expand this body section, and I'll select, well, these entire set of bodies, and we have a problem. So seemingly the problem is showing up because there are some gaps in our model. So let's just cancel it and just figure out where the gaps are. And as you can see, yes, we do have gaps. So these features are not exactly overlapping here, and they're also overlapping with one another. So rather than using 48, maybe I'll use a slightly smaller number here. So I'll go to this feature and edit circular pattern, and rather than using 48, I'll use 42 features. So the overlap has, well, this overlap problem is fixed, but still we have gap here. Now to fix this gap, I'm going to offset the face. So I'll just make it more thick, this lamp face. So go to modify and select offset face. Now the face that we are going to offset is this lamp right about here. And the offset distance is 0.2. I'm not going to offset it too much. So 0.2 and OK. And let's just see if this fixes the issue. So combine, select the main feature. And now for the target bodies, select this, scroll it, shift, and then click this. So press and hold shift and then click on the last body. And yes, they seem to have fixed the issue. Click OK. And we are done. Now everything is combined into one single body. That's the lamp body. And we are now ready to 3D print it. So let's go to Utilities, Make, and here select Print Utility. Now I'm using Cura, so I'll leave it here as Cura. Then select the main feature, and in the format, I'll select STL. Unit type 12 millimeter. And if you want to see the preview, you can check this box. And here's the mesh that it created. All right, let's just uncheck it. Click OK. And with the default refinement settings, I'm going to export the STL file. Now, if you have Cura or other slicer software installed, it will automatically launch it just like this. And in my case, it automatically showed up this lamp as well. So let's just select it and I'll go to move and I'll just move it inside this drawing. So let's just select it and move it inside. Okay, now this lamp is almost taking up the entire space of my 3D printer. So making it slightly smaller is a good idea, I think. But before I do that, maybe let's just move it slightly to the left. All right. And with the default quality, we can print it. But the current quality is actually very fine. And with that, it's going to take, well, at least a few days. So I'll go to slice. And yes, it's not able to slice because it's outside the built volume. So we need to decrease its overall size. Now, decreasing its overall size here is not the good idea. The reason is, of course, because it's going to change the size of this opening here as well. So we'll do it directly on Fusion. So let's go to this and let's go to the sketch feature. This first sketch feature that we created. So edit sketch and let's just move it slightly inside like that. Okay, here we are. Now what about this? Well, here, and the overall shape looks good. So yeah, I'll leave it as it is. Finish the sketch. There seems to be, well, an error, so I'll just select the fillet and I'll delete it. We'll just add this fillet later. Now these fin shapes, I think we should modify this as well. So let's go to this sketch and edit this. So here, let's just move it like that. Here, of course, I'll just move it in, and this as well. This one, of course. And here it really looks terrible because of the fillet. So let's just get rid of this fillet entirely. All right. And then let's fix it. Okay. So after fixing the shape, the general shape of this lamp, let's, yeah, that seems about right. Okay. Let's just finish the sketch. And here we are. We have the lamp. Now let's try and export this thing. Now, of course, we forgot that fillet which we added inside. So after doing these modifications, we can add the fillet. And because we are 3D printing it, adding a chamfer will make more sense rather than adding a fillet. So let's just add a chamfer. And I think a 2mm chamfer is just fine for this case. So 2mm chamfer, and here. Let's save it. Utilities, 3D print. Well, everything is exactly the same. Select the part and okay. Okay, and this fits entirely inside the build space, or so it seems. So here also we seem to have an error. Let's just slice it with the default settings and see if it's going to slice it properly or not. Yes, it is, and it's going to take 1 day, 1 hour, 41 minutes, which is, well, too much. So let's just make a few adjustments here. The first adjustment is the layer height. I'll just change that to 0.4. I don't want an ultra fine setting here, and that's going to drastically change the 3D print time. So click on slice, and now it's almost half, 12 hour 56 minutes, which is just about right. So I'll just use this file now. So save to disk, desktop, and here let's just save it, lamp 3D print. Okay, our file is saved, and now it's off to 3D printer. Now, after setting up my Adventurer 4 3D printer with default settings and PLA as the material, I started the print. Now, it took slightly more than 16 hours and about 350 grams of PLA to make this entire lamp. And I also ran out of PLA when close to about 90% mark. So, when 90% of the lamp was finished, I changed the material and added this white spool of filament, which now looks even more impressive. And finally, here is the lamp with bulb as well. What do you think? Do you want to see more such 3D print tutorials? Let me know in the comments down below and also suggest a few ideas what should I make in the next video. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.